All right, 4 a.m. Club. If you saw my last post, that's great. If you haven't, I would go check that out because I talk a little bit about channeling with aliens. My other intuitive mediums, channelers, pipe in. I know I'm not the only one that can do it. So I wanted to share the longer message as promised on my last video. It's important that you understand some of the concepts that I mentioned in there. So go check that out first if you haven't seen it. But what I was asking was basically like, what's going on and what can I share outside? The first thing that they shared with me is that things are moving extremely fast behind the scenes. Pluto might be a slow-moving planet, but the first stage of whatever is transpiring is happening. And that many things will be revealed soon. Take soon with a grain of salt. I've been seeing soon on a couple things for a while now. And I posted recently about how time is not a one-to-one translation from spiritual world to the physical world, because time only exists here. They also said that before the next full moon, or at least by the next full moon, we will get a glimpse of what's to come. I don't think that means we're going to know the full picture, but we should have a little bit of information of what's going to be coming down the pipeline. All of this is happening is because we have this open wound in America as a country that we've just been putting bandages on. And the wound just keeps getting wider and wider and wider, and we just keep trying to put these patches on, but the patches aren't what's actually going to heal us. What's going to heal us is coming into our truth, accepting what we as a nation have done to ourselves, to other people, to other cultures, and to work to take the steps to repair that. Reparations have the word repair in it for a reason. But in order for justice to be served, in order for the scales to rebalance, as a Libra, I'm loving some balanced scales, that the truth really needs to be brought to light. Not the rose-colored, whitewashed truth of history that we've been told, but the real truth of what's really happened and has been happening behind the scenes. And in that real, authentic truth, we will find justice. They also wanted me to remind everyone that race and sexual orientation and, gender in general is all a human construct. It's nothing that exists in any other worlds. When I speak with spirits and I speak with guardian angels, everyone wants to name and they want to know who they are and a gender. And I always get like a little giggle, like, oh, you humans always want to know these things. We made them up. And a lot of it we made up in order to have structures of power that play into the patriarchy. And in order for us to welcome in a new way of living, we have to destroy what's no longer serving us. And what's no longer serving us are these hierarchical structures, that were never meant to exist in the first place. We are all different and unique and amazing in our own special way, and we're all meant to light up the world in our own special way. And because we've lived in centuries of oppression across the world, America, I think we're maybe number one in oppression, but it's not like it doesn't exist everywhere in every culture in some sort of way, and usually dominated by some sort of patriarchal construct where men feel that they can control. We can't win. None of us would exist without women. Those of us who have uteruses, you don't have to identify as a woman for that, but no one would exist. The seeds of creation literally exist within the womb. I'm not going to get into all the other womb metaphors that I could, but none of us would exist without that. And when we continue to disrespect the womb, we continue to disrespect women, we're only just disrespecting ourselves as a species. The very last thing they wanted me to remind everybody is that we came here to Earth as spiritual beings to play a game. Our soul came here and incarnated in this meat suit to be a part of the matrix. There are so many different perspectives on what Earth is, but what I believe is that it's a learning opportunity for our souls. And my understanding from other teachers as well as my own downloads is that the only place that you can experience love in the way that we as humans experience love is here, in this plane, in this world. And so we came here to play, we came here to love, we came here to experience it. And so no matter what life throws at you, and I know this can be really difficult for us who have gone through traumatic events or have been oppressed or currently being oppressed, but allowing your heart to stay open. I'm not saying allow toxicity in your life. I'm not saying this to bypass anybody, because there's a difference, but to allow your heart to stay open to yourself and to those who are truly authentic and showing up for you, and not to let that close off. So play the game.